Welcome back. Domain 2 Technologies and Tools. This is a continuation of previous video. So network security components. So we are going to see the list of components: SIEM, DLP, NAC, SSL, TLS accelerators, mail, media, hardware security modules. So network access control. Network access control is a computer networking solution that uses a set of protocol to define and implementing a policy that describes how to secure to network nodes by device when they initially attempt to access the network. So this one is ensure that all connected devices are automatically identified, classified, authorized, and given policy-based access control. So a basic form of NAC is 802.1 stand. According to Wikipedia, NAC is an approach to computer network security that attempts to unify endpoint security technology such as antivirus, host intrusion prevention, and vulnerability assessment, user or system authentications, and network security enforcement. NAC authenticate users logging into a network and determine what data they can access and action they can perform. NAC examines the health of user's computer or mobile device. The three major rules, the components as you can see in the screen. So access requester, policy decision point, and policy enforcement. Access requester refer to a supplicant or clients. The access requester is a node that is attempting to access the network and maybe any device that is managed by the NAC system. Policy server, a policy decisions point. So the system that assigns a policy based on the assessment, the PDP determined access, is based on the AR posture and enterprise defined policy. So the policy server determines what access should be granted or something like that. So third one, policy enforcement. The device that enforces the policy, the device can be switch, firewall, or network. So you can see on the right side picture. So let's give you a clear idea. So visibility, control, compliance. How does it work? Agent versus agentless. So agent is a agent. An agent is a piece of code that performs a function on behalf of an application running some places else. For a NAC standpoint, it is the code that authenticates the user and the device and allow network access based on policy the IT department defines. The code can verify which device has up-to-date antivirus software, anti-spyware software, check the required prohibited applications, and perform other compliance measures before allowing or denying access, all according to policy rules. When people talk about agents, they usually think about a piece of code that lives on the end stations. But the code used for network access control can actually reside in different places, each with its advantage and disadvantages and appropriate use cases. So agentless approach is a NAC technology can also be embedded with an Active Directory domain control. In this case, the NAC code doesn't live on the end stations and the user doesn't have to download the link. This is the so-called agentless approach. When a device joins the domain, a user logs into a domain or users log off. The NAC code verifies that the end stations complies with the access policy as part of the process. Using the Active Directory to scan the device, the endpoint inventory only happens when this event occurs and cannot be done on scheduled basis. Host health check. The host health checks is administrator Administrator sets predefined conditions for health check, and those that meet these preset conditions can access the network. The NAC system isolates computer that do not meet the conditions. Common health check condition checked by NACs are three major. One is up-to-date antivirus software, including update signature definitions. Up-to-date operating system, including current patch and fixes. Third is a firewall enabled on the client. So NAC system uses authentication agents, sometimes called health agents, to inspect NAC clients. So the agents or applications or service that check different conditions on the computer and document the status in the statement of health. When a client connects to NAC control network, the agent reports the health status of the NAC client. Okay, you can also see the picture on the right side. When a VPN client accesses the network, the VPN server queries the NAC health server to determine required health conditions. The VPN server also queries the client for a statement of the client health. If the client meets all the health requirements, the NAC systems allow the client to access the network. So using network access control, however, if a client doesn't meet the health condition mandated by the NAC server, the VPN server redirect the client to a remediations network, so also called quarantine network. The remediation network include resource the client can use it to get healthy. For example, it would include current approved patches, antivirus software, and updated virus signatures. The client can use the resource to improve its health and then try to access the network again. While NAC can inspect the health of VPN clients, you can also use it inspect the health of internal clients. For example, internal computers may occasionally miss patch and be vulnerable. NAC will detect the unpatched systems and quarantine it. If you use this feature, it is important that the detection is accurate. A false positive by NAC system can quarantine a healthy client and prevent it from accessing the network. Similarly, your organization may allow visitor or employee to plug in their mobile computers to live wall jacks for connectivity or connect a wireless network. So NAC inspect the clients, and if they don't meet health conditions, they may be granted internal access to the network but remain isolated from any other network activity. Okay, the third one is dissolvable versus permanent. Agents on client can be either dissolvable or permanent. So a permanent agent, sometimes called the persistent NAC agent, is installed on the client and stay on the client. NAC uses the agent when the client attempts to log on remotely. This is the most common implementations for corporate owned device and for approved laptops and PC that employee use to connect remotely. Dissolvable agents. A dissolvable agent is download and run on the client when the client logs on remotely. It collects the information it needs, identify the client as healthy or not healthy, and reports the status back to the NAC system. Some dissolvable NAC agents remove themselves immediately after the report back to the NAC system. Otherwise, remove themselves after the remote session ends. Dissolvable agents are often used on mobile device when an organization has implemented a bring your own device policy. Employee owned devices are inspected for healthy, but the organization doesn't require you to install extra software on the device. However, these dissolvable agents can detect vulnerabilities on mobile device, such as jailbroken or rooted device. A jailbroken Apple device removes software restrictions, such as the ability to install software from source other than the Apple Store. A rooted Android device has been modified, allowing root level access to and the ability to modify the Android operating system. Many NAC vendors refers to dissolvable agents as an agentless capability, though this is somewhat of misnomer. The NAC is still using agent to inspect the client, but it is not installing the agent on the client. Remember this? Network access control includes method to inspect health clients for health, such as having up-to-date antivirus software. NAC can restrict access of unhealthy client to remediation network. You can use NAC for VPN client and for internet clients. Permanent agents are installed on the client. Dissolvable agents, sometimes called agentless, are not installed on the client, are often used to inspect employee-owned mobile device. Okay. Next, SIEM, Security Informations Event Management. So Security Information Event Management is a tool, very good tool. It's a set of tool and service offering a holistically view of an organization information security. So the functions you can see is the log aggregations on centralized server, centrally managing security events, correlations and normalizing event for context and alerting, reporting on data gathering from various applications. Meaning that automatically the security event. Most SIEM systems provide dashboard for security issue and other methods of their direct notification. So SIEM works by combining two technologies: security information management, which collects data from log file for analyze and report on the security threats and events. And the second one is a security event management, so which conduct real-time system monitoring, notifies network administrators and SIEM. Okay, so security event management, which conducts real-time system monitoring, notify network admins about important issues and establish correlation between security event. Okay, so the security informations and event management process can be broke down four major parts. So data collections, policies, data consolidations and correlations, and notifications. As you can see in the picture, you can see the benefits: aggregations, correlations, automated alerting and triggering, event deduplications, time synchronizations, write once, read many protections. So in the picture, layer by layer, how the this role is playing the each layer: SIEM, threat intelligence, and then user entity behavior and network traffic, analyze endpoint monitoring, and security orchestra automations response. So this is how is played with SIEM. Data loss prevention. So the prevention sensitive information from physical or logical leaving corporate systems, as known as data leakage protections. So you can use standard security tool to define against data loss and leakage. So for example, IDS, intrusion detection systems, can alert about attacker attempt to access to sensitive data. Antivirus software can prevent attacker from compromise sensitive system. A firewall can block access from any unauthorized party to a system storing sensitive data. So if you are a part of a large organization, you might turn to designated DLP tools or solution to safeguard your data. You can also use tooling in security operations center to assist with the DLP. For example, you can use security the best tool that we are talking about, SIEM, system to detect correlate event which might constitute a data leak. So there is a components of a security. The best components of a data loss solutions is securing data in motion, securing endpoints, securing data at rest, securing data in use, data identification, data leak detection. So there is a number of good tools, data loss solutions, the components of data loss solutions. So you can see on the right side the picture, so how the the flow is working. So how the data loss system, so where is placed, so in the enterprise organizations. So then go to the next topic, so SSL and TLS Accelerator. So SSL and TLS Accelerator is a method using which public key encryption process operation of a TLS connection is offloaded to hardware accelerator. A separate card is used in PCI slot of a computer, and the computer contains one or more co-processors that handle the computations intensive processing of a TLS connections, often custom ASIC or RISC chips, or used to do the computation intensive works. TLS acceleration was previously known as SSL acceleration. How does this TLS acceleration work? So in this, so we can see that the TLS and SLS connection from endpoint and sends the connection to server unencrypted. And then TLS is used instead of SSL. So why do we need SSL TLS acceleration? How does SSL TLS acceleration work? So what is SSL TLS acceleration? So we can just make ourselves, there is a number of source you can find in Google. You can just Google it to find brief more information about this SSL or TLS. This is one of the important tool. Take the next one is a gateway, mail and media. So the gateway, so when you say the gateway, so we can talk about the email gateway. So for example, the picture I got it from the FireEye. FireEye is what I like very much. So one of the very good the antivirus and the gateway, they're providing the secure email gateway protect against threats. So you can also Google it. So there is a picture. In the picture you can see that how the FireEye email security cloud editions, so in they are applying for this technology. So you can see in the threat intelligence, if I talk about the threat intelligence is gathering from the front lines. So normally it's a first-hand knowledge of attack and attacker gained from incident response agents and network of a security researcher is used to continually improve email security by adapting detections and analyze engine to new attacker techniques and developing a new product feature. So this set for part of this set the gateway for apart from it competitor that don't see what attacker techniques and tools are actually being used to bypass a security solution. So there is also impersonation protections and advanced threat protections. You can also Google it to find more information. So normally the advanced threat detection is a very well known and powerful. So now the most of them they are using that the email security ATP they are using that email security can detect and block inbound and outbound advanced threat custom era rules. Organization can introduce their own rule to manage and enhance detections, stop the latest threat and identify ongoing campaigns. So and then proxy server media is also one of the main part playing here. Then hardware security models. So hardware security model is a dedicated crypto process that is specifically designed for the protections of the crypto key lifecycle. Hardware security model act as a trust anchors that protect the cryptographic infrastructure of some of the most security conscious organizations in the world by securely managing, processing and storing cryptographic key inside a hardened and tamper resistant device. So why you use hardware security model? So enterprise buy a hardware security model to protect transitions, identities and applications as HSM excels at securing cryptographic keys and provisioning encryption and decryption authentications and digital signing service for a wide range of applications. So the trusted platform model, so as I said before, as I explained now, as I explained before, so it used to assist with the cryptographic key generation. So you can also Google it, 6 domain on cryptographic exam preparations. So which international standard is used for network access control? Answer A, IEEE 802.1x. Okay, that's it guys for this video. So we will see you on next video. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell button, share the video if you like, press the thumbs up button. See you, bye bye.